All right. What's up, Darls? GG's on your first. What's up, Nova? Thank you so much for the 19-month resub. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, I am back from my little trip, and I'm here to do more hitless. Honestly, I'm not in the huge mood for doing this run right now, but like I do really want to get this run, so I'm just gonna keep pushing at it, pretty much. We didn't move. We our lease ends next month. I just went back to my hometown, I guess you could say, and I helped. My dad was having some construction on his garage, and I was helping him with that. One of his friends is I don't know what his official title is, but he does construction and contracting and stuff. So his friend, he had two friends there. One of them was this construction contractor guy. The other one was just a friend, and we basically put a little bit of flooring in his garage floor, and we tore down the ceiling and put a new ceiling in. That was about all it was. It took like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. It was a lot of work, but it was really fun, and that's pretty much all I did while I was there, to be honest. So, yeah. No, no brick hammers were involved. It was. Let me go see what it's called. Actually, it was like a. Okay, that's not what I wanted at all. I don't know what the ceiling is called, but it's like a spider web pattern on the ceiling. Not like actual spider webs, but like just that type of ceiling. I don't know what it's called. It's not called spider web ceiling or spider ceiling, but it's just like a ceiling design. And it was drywall, and we just ripped it all out and then replaced it with, I think it's called shiplap wooden boards. It is really fun. It looks really nice. There's a lot of work, but it was really fun. Artex? Maybe. Not quite, but similar. Well, maybe it was this. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's very, very, very similar to this, if it's not this. I think this is it, though. But yeah, it's just a drywall ceiling. We just ripped it out and put the new one in. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but it is done now. So that's nice. I'm really sore. What's up, Hellkite? How's it going? I'm really sore from it, but that's how it goes, you know? That's just how it goes. And I haven't played a whole lot of Elden Ring at all since then. I played like a little bit yesterday, but it wasn't even. It was like boss rush shenanigans with some people from Ignite. So I really I feel even worse about this run right now, but we'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna get hit pretty quick, but I'm gonna I think I'm gonna sit at the Crucible Knight if he hits me and just practice him for a little bit. Not like a lazy practice like I've done before, but like actually sit there and practice him for real. But honestly, I feel like it's been so long since I've worked on this run that I don't feel quite as confident as I used to. But that's okay. We'll get the confidence back. Nice. And because it's been a while and I feel like I don't have the confidence anymore, I want to do another full run, but I don't think I should. Maybe if I make it past Altus and I get hit, I'll just finish that attempt out and see. But yeah, the trip was good. I got to see family, catch up with them a little bit. I also finished classes while I was out, which isn't like quite as big of a deal or anything, but classes are complete now. I need to sign up for summer classes though, because I usually just take summer classes so I can have a slightly smaller workload for the course of the year, and then I just make up for it in summer. And I'm gonna go back at some point. I don't really know when yet, but I'm gonna go back during the summer when my brother flies down and visit again, when my sisters are also like less busy and stuff, because they were both kind of finishing up classes as well, and then one of them is going to like Europe or something in a couple weeks, so she was like getting prepared for that and setting up like mobile device stuff that she would need. And the other one was just, she wasn't quite finished yet, and she was working on some school stuff, and then she was working on getting prepared for summer because she's getting a music education degree, so she was setting up to like go help out with some summer band somewhere. So yeah, my brother and I are gonna visit a little later in the year, in the summer, and hopefully we'll have more time to spend with them and everything. Yeah, it was a good trip. Got to catch up with a little bit of family, got to catch up with some of my dad's friends I haven't seen in a while. It's very, very active and physical, which was good, I guess. Very exhausting, but it was a lot of fun. And his garage looks pretty nice now. It used to just be a storage room essentially, and he's done a lot of remodeling and organizing and throwing old stuff out, and it looks really nice now. Looks really nice, feels really clean, much more organized, so it's exciting. I guess I'll also turn on my music as well. But I am excited to be back. I do also apologize for like the later video, I guess, this past week. I was out, so I didn't really have a video ready, but luckily I got the the broadsword run, so I could just submit that one. And then I usually would submit one today, on Monday. It's usually the day I do it, but been out of town, haven't had a lot of time to work on it, so I just decided I'd do it later this week. Like, I'd submit it later. But I'm probably gonna do... I do like the bingo videos. They're pretty... They follow like a pattern for me editing them, which makes them pretty simple, but I've done a lot of those from this previous bingo season, and they're not quite as popular on YouTube, which is fine, but I wanna... Like, I like the hitless upload, and then the bingo upload, and the hitless upload, and the bingo upload, so I'm gonna do Giza Wheel next. I'm trying something new with that one, so I kind of have to go back and do a whole bunch of stuff I haven't done before, and see how that goes. Why would you do this, dude? Nice. Good kill, actually. Did something a little different there, but that's good. Hands are really sweaty, too. I did just take a kind of warm shower because I was freezing this morning, but it's all good. And I was thinking about it this morning too, because I was just thinking, and I was like, man, I really don't super want to work on this run right now. Probably because I just don't feel very confident about it, and I don't feel great. But I thought about it some, and I was like, you know, just bite the bullet, go ahead and work on it. It's not that big of a deal. But probably should rest here actually for my flasks reset. But I thought about it, and I don't really have anything else I want to work on, because the next two things I want to do, three things I want to do, are all really kind of big runs as well. So there's not a quick any % I can do, like Lemon had requested. There's just nothing. So I was supposed to make it nighttime there too. I'll just rest at this grace. So yeah, anyway, I just think about it, and there's not really anything else I'm wanting to work on that's a shorter run, like just an any % or something. Because the next runs I have planned are like All Bosses, Death's Poker No Hit, and Trilogy. And those are both like really kind of big runs, you know? It's not something you can just pick up and do for fun quickly. So I don't know, I figured I'd just work on this. Plus, I would really like to get this run. I just didn't push roll fast enough, dude. That's crazy. Damn, dude. What's up, always? How's it going? It's not too bad. I wasn't sure if drinking there was even fast enough, but I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks for the good luck, always. Glad to hear you're doing good. What's up, Carlito? Thanks for good luck, and thanks for the follow, dude. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I was thinking about doing something else other than this run, but I don't really have anything I'd want to do instead. I thought about maybe like, I don't know, routing like region locked all base game bosses or something with a different build, but like even then, even though I would be able to figure it out pretty quickly, that's still a monster task for just like a don't want to do something stream, you know? Guess I could go back and route Nova's Arbalest at any %, but that sounds garbage. Yeah, out of chapel, dude. Easy win. Although first run did get past Crucible Knight, which is pretty big. Yo, what's up, Neffy? Thanks for the good luck, dude. Did you, I saw you started routing incants only, region locked, all bosses. How is that going? I assume you didn't fully give up on R1+0, but certainly taking a break is probably good. Pretty sick run though, because like, I don't know, if you're doing just regular region locked, you aren't quite as limited, but incants only, you're really, really limited with what you have. Rejection only. The rejection doesn't even do any damage, does it? I don't think it does do damage. I might be wrong though. I don't think so. Maybe it does like 1 or something, but although the yeah, like 1 damage maybe, yeah. The Wrath, I don't know if it's called Wrath of Gold. It's basically like better rejection in Altus near Wormface. That one, I think that one does do decent damage. Chill a bit, yeah. R1+0 first, but then routing went well. Stop mid-Liurnia, move crazy strats, nice. Yeah, I doubt Black Knife Assassin, there's gonna be something. But yeah. I was watching you test a lot of stuff on Akil, and that was pretty entertaining. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do something different today too. Like, I don't really feel like working on this right now, but I just don't have any smaller run that I really want to do, you know? Unless I like just jump straight to Trilogy and started working on like Dark Souls 3. Which actually could be cool. Oh, nice, you going nice. I was playing games with some other friends last night, so I didn't see the final product, but I did see you trying a lot of different incants on him. Incants I didn't even know were in Limgrave, that I didn't even think about. Like the Crucible Tail and the Charge and stuff, I totally forgot those are in Limgrave. And the lightning one too in Weeping. Nice. How boss runs you need to spend so much time. Yeah. Especially like, I don't know, all bosses runs I think are really fun, but I really don't love the DLC edition for some reason. I'm not a fan of it. But I want to do all 207. And I think this run is really fun. But I'm actually kind of surprised I was in range for that one. Nice. Flame Frenzy stagger with 2 casts and then hail with dancers enough to kill him? Really? That is impressive. Yeah, it does good poise from what I've heard. But I've never actually tried it. Thanks to the GG, yeah. That guy just... I don't know, something... I feel way better about him now for whatever reason. Just by doing literally nothing to practice or anything. But yeah, I don't know, I really like all bosses rooms. I think they're really fun and really unique to route. And it's just, like, I just really enjoy routing them, but actually doing them, there's so much room for error, and it's hard to stay focused for that long, and just, they take so long to do, so you lose a run however long in, and it sucks. Especially on a harder restriction like region locked, and it just sucks. So, but I really enjoy it, so it's hard to not want to route them and stuff. Yeah, crucibles are pretty tricky. Siluria is a bit easier, I think, but still. One boss every day? Oh my god. I would forget my route, dude. Spend almost a whole year on the run. No way. I guess you probably wouldn't lose focus then, but those resets are gonna hurt a lot. One strat goes wrong and then you're down like 80 days or something. Even more than that if you don't stream every day. Like, you're cooked, dude. Nice, that actually whiffed, didn't it? Seriously. Ripper post. Rip Oast. Yeah. True. Better than last time. I need to figure out the way Opie skips phase 1 without parries, because I just... or phase 2. Just really slow fight when you can't fully skip phase 2. Maybe I just need to learn phase 2 better though, I don't know. This game is different. True. He has a different version of the game. Because I know Gino does it with parries, but I'd rather not parry Margit. I have bad history with that in bingo. Which I'm sure if I practice a little bit I can make it consistent, but just easier to not think about it, I think. But yeah, Opie said he had a way to do it without parries, so. Yeah, the Gostock cheese is actually really nice. I've used it quite a few times, because you don't really... Like, Gostock's not really a hard fight or anything. Like, it doesn't really cause problems, but it is nice to just cheese him and get him out of the way. And it's faster, it's safer, it's friendly with every weapon, you know? Yeah, Gino would disagree, that's true. Hey, Perry, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. It feels kind of bad on bosses like Margit and Morgott and stuff, where you have to parry, like, 2 times, or, like, isn't Melania 3, I think? Just to get 1 riposte? Feels kind of bad. Whereas in, like, DS3, you parry 1 time and crit a boss for half their health. 3, yeah. Like, I'm not trying to do that, man. And it's even a shame because, like, you have Dagger Talisman, which is, like, kind of still a thing in the other games, but it's, like, it's also an Elden Ring, but you also have Blade of Mercy to help boost your damage, too, but Blade of Mercy isn't really good for parrying, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never done a real parry build, like, parry slash crit build. But it feels like it's not that good because I mean, I guess you get parries pretty quickly and you get a riposte, but you get the damage after the crit, and you want it before the crit, you know? Yeah, literally, yeah. Who's gonna parry her anyway? Much more fun to fight her. That's how I feel about most bosses, to be honest. Yeah, I'd rather fight than skip the moveset. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, the movesets in Elden Ring are so much fun, in my opinion, that, like, I'd rather not skip any of them, you know? Except for, like, Metter, but you can't parry her, so... Metter, yeah. Good old Metter, dude. Good old Metter. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I am kind of tempted to say, like, if I lose however many more runs, I'll go do Trilogy. Because Trilogy is 3 any percents, so it would be more fun to work on, and a little bit easier, too. Like, easier to chew on, bite on and chew on, I guess. DS2? Nah, DS2's the best one, dude. They don't call it Best Souls 2 for nothing. Can't believe that's not a headshot, dude. Marathons are fun since you're playing several games. Yeah, that is true. The marathons are fun. I did do trilogy for a little bit, and it was fun because it was something kind of new, and I was learning DS1 and DS3 much better, which was fun. Plus, yeah, you kind of switched it up some. Yeah, DS2 is a fun game. It feels similar to Elden Ring, honestly. I don't think I've ever gotten that headshot there. Maybe like once or something. Probably have to go sideways there to get it. Like aim to the side instead of at him. DS3, yeah. DS3 is hard, dude. And I only did like a couple of runs in DS3, but I had PB1 to DSA. Because I hit him like sideways or something and he like kind of blocked it, but you couldn't really tell, and then he like had a queued input. It was something weird that I had never seen before, but Bender was in my chat. He told me exactly what happened, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That kind of sucks, though. In DS1, I had several PB1s to, like, random ass fall damage in Anor Londo, because that game is trash, but that's fine. And I did DS2 80%, but I'm probably going to run Vanilla instead of Scholar. Hate running DS3 so far, really. I enjoyed it, I think. I didn't do a whole lot, but like I did a lot of practice, but I did enjoy it for the most part. It was cool. It's a faster run too, which I like. Because DS1 was like maybe an hour and a half. And DS2 is like 2 hours. DS2 is a pretty long 80%. But it's pretty cozy. And then DS3, I mean, I think the route I had was like hour 15 or something. It's pretty quick. Because I followed Gura's speedrun route for it, and then I added some extra stuff here and there that kind of extended it. So, but it was a cozy route. It was good. I might try the route XZ is doing with Smoldering Lake, but I feel like it's just so unnecessary. I don't know how long her route is. I think it's closer to 2 hours. Expecting a lot. DS2 might be the best for Headless. Yeah, I agree. Expecting a lot. You're running S1 plus 0, but you're really enjoying the bosses. Yeah, that's fair. I do think there's a lot of bosses in that game that have their fair share of issues, but overall, I liked it. I really enjoyed learning it. I liked it. But yeah, I totally understand the not enjoying bosses. Natural DS3 practice seamless co-op. Who blow up frame of 1 every boss fight. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the scaling in Seamless Co-op always feels so weird to me. I haven't done a whole lot, but in Seamless Co-op, it's like, wow, dude, why does this boss have 8 billion health? Like, why have I been fighting Marga for 15 minutes by myself because my randos died? Like, why? Why? It's insane. $120% to 400%. Nice. That's what you like to hear, dude. That right there. Each player, yeah. I don't know. I think this, like, I understand why you would do that. Because, like, there's more people playing, so you want the bosses to be harder. I think that makes sense, but it's so garbage, dude. Oh yeah, Donuts Run? Yeah, it looks pretty fun. Kind of insane how much you practice for, but it looks really fun. No Storm Ruler? Yeah, I bet Yorm took fucking ages, dude. Sitting there wailing on him for an hour. I honestly really like Yorm though, but yeah, that's just crazy. Like, I don't know. They scaled it up too much, I think. But yeah, I did really like my ES3 route. It was like an hour 15, I think. It was pretty good. I just don't remember it. I don't know if I wrote it down anywhere. I'd have to go search my notes and like remake save files and everything, and probably have to watch a VOD or something. But I had a certain point where it's like, okay, I don't get any more dexterity, and I'm just good for the rest of the run until Pontiff, and then I can just go ham. And so I really liked it, but I don't remember it. Both doing pyro and ents have tons of damage, which doesn't exist if they die. Yeah, yeah, and like the logic makes sense, but in reality, it just doesn't work quite as well. I'm glad you're having fun though. That's the important part. But yeah, I worked on, like, it's so funny because I actually started doing Trilogy before I started this run about a year ago, and I hadn't touched Vanilla DS2, but I had already done Scholar no hit, so I felt good about that, and I had one hit in Dark Souls 3 and several one hits in Dark Souls 1. And then I think it was Witty convinced me to stop and do All Bosses Region Lock plus DLC before Geno. And I had PB3 and then I stopped because Geno got the run and I was doing bingo. And now, like, I'm going back in reverse order where, like, I'm doing this run and then I want to go back and do Trilogy. So, maybe I'm doomed to never get runs again. Who knows? Although if I just got this freaking run already, wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. But in my defense, this is a big run and it's really hard. Way harder than I give it credit for. But I don't know, I have mentioned in the past I want to do All Bosses plus DLC in cans only. If I do that run, I think it's going to be a while from now because I'm just not a huge fan of running DLC. It's okay for like casual and boss fights and stuff, but as far as Hillis runs go, I'm just not a huge fan. Which is why I'm like not loving this run as much as I want to. I much prefer all 165 over all 207. Does he die to this? Wow, that's a big crit, dude. My second unsheath miss, but that's a big crit. X-Men the new DLC stuff, but not the bosses, yeah. Dude, seriously? Holy waste of arrows. Yeah, I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the DLC stuff. Like, I think the items and the weapons are cool, but just the actual DLC itself is my least favorite. Bosses are okay. But I think Like, I think overall the DLC is pretty good. Just, I think it's... Main thing is I think it's too big for not enough content. And there's too many issues with it. Like, I wish they worked on it for another year or so and then released it. So we'd have a better version of it. Because, like, I think one big example of too much for, like, it's too big for not enough content is, like, look at the weapon classes. They added, like, what, 8 new weapon classes or something? And I think they're all really cool. But then, like, there's, like, 2 weapons in each class. So it's, like, 16 weapons or something. It's more than that for sure, but it's, like, there's barely any new weapons in those classes. And there's a lot of old weapons, right? Like, there's Fire Knight Greatsword, there's Mesmer Battle Axe, Mesmer Soldier Battle Axe, there's Swift Spear, there's a lot of other older weapons, but as far as new weapons go, there's not really a whole lot. Dude, I am such an idiot. I jumped so early. Oh, why did I jump so early, dude? What the hell's wrong with me, man? Oh, that is so dumb. Oh my god. This is the cursed run of all time. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm just gonna shoot them next time, dude. I'm not doing shit again. I'll just shoot them. What's up, Wander? How's it going, dude? Dude, I actually just jumped, like, a solid second or two early. That's insane. Okay, if I lose another run, I'm going to Trilogy. Fuck this run, dude. I hate this shit so much. I want this run so bad, but I hate it so much. So... that may or may not be true, also, we'll see. Like, what am I doing? Kill this boss rush? Oh my god. I was actually gonna save this as a surprise, but I think a run I'm gonna do is all bosses, boss rush. All base game bosses, boss rush, no hit. So... like, I am gonna route that at some point and do it, I think. I just don't know when. Because I was kind of playing around with it, and I was like an hour and a half in, and like 80 or 90 bosses, dude. Like, it is a fast-ass run, dude. Like, it is very, very fast. So I was like, yeah, dude, I would totally be down to do that. But it's gonna be really hard, because you can't really script a whole lot, since you only get certain materials at certain points. What's up, Asher? How's it going, dude? And you know what? That's a run I actually went around, so if I get hit again, I'm doing boss rush, man. I don't care. Not hitless boss rush, but like, not the ignite hitless boss rush, but all bosses boss rush no hit. Which, like, seriously, that's gonna be like, I'm not entirely sure. It's gonna be like a 3-hour run tops. Like, actually tops 3-hour. Blow this run up with hammers? True. Actually so true, dude. Not randomized, pretty sick. Yeah, exactly. Because, and the thing is, I looked at it for a little bit, and I routed like half of it. And I was like, or not half of it, I routed like Limgrave up until I got to the Weeping Watchdog with the 4 imps. And I was like, I have nothing to beat this guy with. Like, this is not possible. I can't do this. Because even with Astrologer, you don't really have the damage. And so I was like, wow, that really sucks. Let me see, like, what I can do. And I checked some of the shops in Roundtable, and you can buy Gambit at the start. And I was like, okay, that's kind of busted, but it's really not because it doesn't give you value on 90% of the boss fights. So I was like, dude, I'll just fucking do that. Like, that's crazy. So, randomized hit list? Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. It's gonna be such a hard run, though. I need to learn so many bosses if I actually want to do it. Because something like an Alabaster Lord or an Onyx Sword, I know well enough to fight them. And they're pretty easy if you have like a Great Sword, which are pretty good on randomized boss rush. But something like Sunflower, dude, I don't stand a chance. Fortisax, I'm cooked. Like, I need to learn some of the bosses much better. And part of that is like just rolling the right RNG on the seeds, but part of it is also knowing the bosses well enough. Because I think it was the second one we did last night. Dude, had Godskin Noble, it had Godskin Snail with both of the Godskins, and it had Apostle after. It was just like Godskin Simulator in the beginning. It was crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of RNG. Hopefully when they fix it and like finish messing with it, it won't be so RNG dependent, but we'll see. Because I think dual bosses are fine for the most part, but you need a big arena for them. Like, we had Duo and Apostle Arena the other day, and it's like the Kaled Apostle. It is not possible. They're both attacking you the whole time. And, like, it is possible, but, like, that is super RNG heavy, whereas if they were in, like, I don't know, Malekith's Arena or something, like, that's doable. It's hard as hell, but it is doable, you know? Sunflower's the hardest boss in the game. Is that true? I don't really know, but I am really bad at Sunflower. It's 3 Crucible Nights in a row today, though. But yeah, I think, I don't know, now that boss rush is, at least is becoming a little more popular tonight, I may as well go ahead and route all bosses, boss rush only. Not randomized, but I don't know. It's a cool run. It's gonna be quick, but I hit one wall at some point. Like, everything was realistic, and I was like, yeah, you can totally do this. It's gonna be hard as shit, but you can do this. And then I got to the Pest Duo, and I had nothing. They saw me as soon as I entered, so I didn't have anything. Even though I had Gambit, they both saw me. So I'm not sure what to do about them, but I'm gonna have to figure something out. Because they don't even fully sleep either. Crucible Reset Day was fun. Not for me, dude. That was miserable. Let me just have a surprise weapon. So, what I originally decided... I should have rested here also. What I originally decided was I can't use any Ash of War or weapon in the shop. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know, you get like a bunch of spells and Ashes of War and weapons and stuff at the beginning, and I just won't use those. And that was okay, but then I got to Watchdog with the 4 imps, and I needed Gambit for that, and I could do it with Gambit. And that was, like, I only used Gambit in like 3 spots or something. And it wasn't, like, it didn't feel broken, and I was like, okay, you only get a certain amount of Ash of Wars and incants and sorceries. So I think I should just allow any of these because they're not really that OP. And then I got to the weapons, and I think you just unlock every single weapon. And so I was doing it that you could only use weapons you've unlocked. Like there's like a set of starting weapons and then the ones you unlock as you go. And I was only gonna let myself use those, so I can't just use like Blood Fiend Arm at the beginning. But that would be pretty sick if you could. So I don't know. I think that's what I would do is like no extra weapons like that kind of. But I don't know yet. I think that makes sense. So yeah, and like I don't know. The thing is, like, even if you do it like that, where you say none of these weapons are allowed, like even if you allow them, I don't think it'd be that crazy because you're still limited by your stone pickups and your talismans. You know, like I don't just get Knight's Resolve at the beginning to get one-shot everything if I did use Blood Fiend's Arm. So I don't know. I wasn't really using Ash of Wars either. I was literally just using Uchi the whole time. Alabaster at start, I guess. I did get Alabaster, but I didn't really use it. Like, Uchi was just better. Unsheath is crazy good. You start with it. It has Bleed. Like, it really did just make the most sense to just use Uchi. Even when I got Oh, he fell out. Okay. Even once I got Alabaster, Uchi was better. Still. Which is the crazy part. I really didn't expect that. But yeah, the first ball I hit was like 80-ish bosses, I think. 80 or 90 or something. And it was Pest Duo. I had one stealth and I couldn't do it. I don't think I had two unlocked, and the first one saw me when I walked in. And I don't really know, like, I don't know that stuff very well, but even then, I don't know if it's a consistent fight with the pest threads. Like, I think those can still hit you, even if you roll them well, just depending on, like, the spacing of them. I might be wrong on that, though, but I don't know, maybe you could, like, respec into a Faith build or something and try that. I wouldn't route that so badly right now, actually. If I get hit again, I am gonna go do that, though, for sure. This is my other problem, is I will route a run, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this now. I don't want to play with this run anymore. I want to go do something else. Which works well for any percent, because I can get those pretty quickly, but for, like, all bosses, nah. Semi-scripted with great swords and great hammers? Really? Like jump R2 riposte or something? Actually, I did pretty much use Uchi the whole time. I mean, I used Lightning Spear for, like, NPCs and stuff, but I don't think I got to... Well, I don't know if I got to, like, Gary and the Misbegotten Perfumer duo, but surely if Neffy can do it at R1+0, there's a way. Jump right to the one on the right. Into an R1, which will stagger. Propose, kill it. Confirm the second one's shooting you, then do the same thing. Okay. That sounds doable. Maybe I should look into that then. Of course, I'd probably end up routing all the way back to that point, but still. Although I'm also not sure if that route is 100% the same every time, because I think on one run I got Golden Vow, one run I didn't. Or maybe I got it at a different point or something. So I'm, like, even though it's not randomized, I'm not sure if it's 100% the same. Ever have any do it? Okay. I'll look at it, dude. That sounds pretty nasty. If that's consistent. Which I guess it sounds like it is. And I kind of want to go route that right now instead of do this, but I'm already on a run. If I get hit, I'll just reset. It's fine. But yeah, I think other than that, I pretty much had a way to deal with everything else. Like the Deathrite birds, I guess I only hit one, but the Deathrite bird was a bit scary. But it wasn't, like, unreasonable or anything. What, weapon upgrade? Gotcha. I think it's probably, like, around 5 or 6, maybe. But I don't know. But yeah, like, yeah, surely it'd be enough, I would imagine. If I get hit, I'm gonna go route that, dude. Boss rush, no hit. Actual insanity. Don't know headshot there either. Unfortunate. Nice. But yeah, see, that's the other problem is I really enjoy routing all bosses runs, so I keep routing them, but then I feel like I need to get them, which is the less fun part. Like, this was a really fun one to route. The Death Pokemon was really fun to route, and there was one other I routed half of that was really fun, and then I haven't done any of those yet. And so I'm worried I'm gonna route this boss rush one and then just be like, nah, I'm done. I don't want to do it. So. Neb Ben, thanks for the sub on YouTube, dude. I appreciate that, man. I'm a bit late to that one, so I apologize, but I appreciate it anyway. The other thing about the boss rush, though, that would be really, really brutal is that you can't really script anything. Like, you're just fighting everything. Like, there's some semi-scripts you can do, but it's not really real. What the Zix? What's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, like, I remember Tree Sentinel. Like, you can pretty much... I mean, you're using Uchi, right? I mean, that's what I was using. You just unsheath, sneak behind him and unsheath, and you get another free unsheath after that. Then you dodge his one attack and unsheath, he staggers. Unsheath again, and then he's in phase 2, and you dodge like 3 attacks and he's dead. And it's like, it's not really scripted, but it's semi-scripted, you know? There's a lot of fights that were kind of like that. Wonder if an in-camp build would be good, though. Probably not. I was thinking if you maybe get like Frenzy Burst and Lightning Spear, but it's kind of further in, and even then you don't have a good seal. But yeah, that... If I get hit, I'm gonna go work on that and route it, because that's... Like, I feel like that's a high skill, very enjoyable all bosses run, and it's not 15 hours long. It's like 3 tops, I think it would be. Forgot last time to go around the Stormveil too, so I guess I'll go ahead and do that. Down this area right here. What's up, SFFP? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Good, glad to hear it. This is my 3rd run today. Unfortunately, I've already reset several times, but I have gotten past Scrafted Sun and the Crucible every time, which is cool. But if I get hit again, I'm going to go work on another run in the usual fashion, of course. Quite enjoyed it last night. Yeah. No, honestly, the hitless boss rush is fun, but it needs some tweaks to be good. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it, and I think it was really fun. Definitely some, like, more frustrating things, but I think with just a couple of tweaks, it would actually be a really fun mode to play. And I've kind of talked about this only a little bit. I want to post some sort of hitless tournament. I don't know how just yet, but I know I want to do it, and I'm kind of been thinking a little bit about how I would organize it, or like have it work. And I'm kind of getting somewhere with it. So I'm probably gonna reach out to Sai at some point and make like some sort of mod I can test and play with, and then maybe ask some people if they want to do it, and see if I can host something. I'm not really sure, like not hitless boss rush, but like a more similar to No Hit Hikers League. Where like you have time to work on something and then you play one-on-one, whoever has less hits wins. And if you tie, I don't know, maybe not like time, but something. It's just something. And I think modded weapons would be cool. Just like have people get that mod and just go absolutely nuts on it. But I don't know, maybe like a base game would be better format to start with, just since it's a bit easier to set up. Yeah, so I helped a lot with the 2v2 bingo mod. I had him do a lot of random stuff, and it always happened within like 24 hours. It was crazy. Yeah, it's not quite in the works yet, honestly, but I would like to get it there. I think something like it's in your mind is in the works. I guess that's fair, yeah. I'd like to do something that really like skips all the setup, because I think that's a reason a lot of people in Ignite don't enjoy hitless, is because of the setup. So just something more like a little faster. Like you get Grace's setup, you maybe get like, I don't know, like cracked pots to start with or something. I'm not really sure on all that, but just something to really speed it up so people will actually try and play it, you know? Yeah, setup is boring. And honestly, a lot of people don't even like hitless and Ignite just because they don't want to be, like, have to be hitless, which I understand too, but I don't know, I still think people would try it if they realize there's no setup and it's just more exciting. I would probably ban meta weapons, so no, at the very least, no Iron Balls, Serpent Hunter, or Starfists. But, I don't know, like, maybe you could start with Gambit or something so you don't have to go get that. Start with some setup graces. I think that could be cool. Then you can just pick your weapon. Doesn't matter what it is, and you just complete something. Some hitless run. Not even, like, necessarily an official team hitless category. Maybe it's just, like... This would be so boring, but, like, go kill all the Knight's Calves, right? I'm not gonna do that because that's really boring, but something of that nature, where it's not just one of the official categories. It's something more off-brand, I guess. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they would at least try it. I don't know if they'd enjoy it, but they would at least try it. And I think it would be more popular if there's no setup, you know? Yeah, don't know until you try. That's very true. And I've been thinking about it for a little while, but I haven't really seriously thought about it until recently, so... We'll see. There's a Firekeeper meeting tonight, and maybe I'll talk about it some then.
Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, I at these.
No, not really. I talked to Nartok and Hoosier about it a little bit, but that was it.
Well, Wait. I see.
And then actually, Sai last night, he might have been there. Sai was talking about doing a hitless run last night. He was like, dude, I want to do something cool that I could do easily. He's like, what about Great Axe? Is that any good? It's like, yeah, Great Axe is pretty good. Someone did that. He's like, maybe I won't do that then. It's like, what about Sacrificial Axe? It's really early in the game. And I was like, I don't think Sacrificial Axe is that great of an axe, but axes in general are very, very good. So it'd probably work. You just get Holy Pots, go kill him, get Cragblade, and you're good to go. Like, that's all you gotta do. But he was talking about some different weapons, and it was enjoyable to listen to. Yeah, definitely. People do usually give their opinions, so that would be something that definitely would help. Like what they would and wouldn't want. And I would, like, even if I disagree, it's probably one of those situations where you just have to listen to them. Because A, I wouldn't want to compete in this. Not because it would be bad, I want to take a break from competing, so I just wouldn't compete in it. And B, if people want to play it, they're gonna tell me what they want. That would convince them to play it. In that case, if that's something they want, then may as well add it in if it sounds reasonable. Even if I think it wouldn't be for me, you know? Yeah, that's also true. But I still think people would have their own ideas of what they would and wouldn't want. And that's something I should probably think about implementing a bit more than my own experience, just because, like, if this is, like, make or break for some people, and I'm like, well, I don't really like this, but if you like it and other people also like it, then why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't have to put it in, that's also true. And I honestly, I want to try out a faster paced hitless any percent for Elden Ring anyway. Just see what it's like if you just have faster grace progression. See if that'd be something I'm interested in. Because I do enjoy doing full hitless runs. It feels real, I guess, that way. Real or legit or whatever. But I don't know, the setup is kind of boring as well. So maybe if it's faster paced, that'd be more exciting for me. Like me personally, just for doing hitless runs. Although I have been doing the Liurnia Crystallion for smithing stones recently, for like weapon only runs and stuff, and I enjoy that 100 times more than doing pickups. The pickups are fucking cringe and boring, but killing the Crystallion is pretty cool. Goat on hitless. Thanks. I guess I do know a lot about hitless. Because I don't know, it does feel like in theory it does feel weird to just skip things. Like, oh, maybe you just get some graces in Liurnia or something to save a bunch of running time. And like maybe you get Third Church too, right? But it feels weird because like if I'm getting Blue Dancer, I kind of run through this area anyway because I get Golden Vow and I kill the Golem and then I get the Crack Pot at the Merchant and then I get the Sleep Pots. And so you do save a lot of time running, but then you also have to think like you do get a lot of stuff on the way. So I don't know. I go back and forth on it. For now, just chill, I guess. I suppose. Because I even talked about taking red card out of my own all Great Runes runs, but then I keep doing like, I do think red card doesn't make any sense for an all Great Runes weapon only run, but I keep killing him in them because he is Great Rune, you know? Stuff like that. That makes me second guess it. Other people feel a bit intimidated, they might find a reason to give it a go. That's true, yeah. Because yeah, if you can do your setup in, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe? Like, people would probably be way more receptive to doing it instead of it taking like 45 minutes. Because like, honestly, setup, a lot of people honestly are just, they don't know efficiency, or they like talk with the chat or whatever, and their setup is really long. And there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people talk about the hour-long Elden Ring setup because of that. And I think if you do setup in the most efficient way possible, you can get it in like 30 minutes, maybe even less, honestly. But that's not really something that people will think about, and that's also not their level, potentially. So people just talk about the hour-long Elden Ring setup, and that's fine. It is a long setup. I understand that for sure. It sucks, but if you can really take that out, people might be more open to trying it and seeing how it is. Yeah, definitely auto graces would be there for sure. Because the reason Gino does the faster grace setup is because he says it's like, I'm taking out the safe running sections. And it's like, yes, that's correct. But if someone's new to hitless, those running sections aren't safe for them. And of course, yeah, everyone's at a different level. So Gino doing something doesn't mean it's easy. It just means like he's done so many runs that he's very consistent with it. But I don't know. I still feel like it's weird to take it out, because sometimes you just blank out and you make a mistake and you get hit somewhere. So I don't know. I don't know. And I forgot to buy Stormblade, of course. Is Gino easy? Yeah. Yeah, and like even something like just running to like the Beast Repellent Torch and Caitlyn, like, yeah, that's really easy. Like, that is really, really easy. Do people make mistakes when they do that? Yeah, they do. Like, that is something people have messed up. Like, that is something you can just blank on and make an error and get hit. And I've seen it before too. Like, that is, like, it happens. So I don't know. It feels weird to take out running sections like that for me. Guess I'll go get Stormblade real quick. Yeah, a lot of variables, but yeah, I do hope to be able to get it at some point. And I think it'll be fun to figure out. It'll be a newer thing for me, so I think it'll be fun. My levels feel a little strange here. Probably because I didn't sell all the runes and stuff. I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah, all the differences, but for hitless, yeah. Yeah, everyone's at a different level. They need different starting places. So I think if I did do something, I'd do like an expedition event expedition. That's not the right word, but like just like a quick little view of what it would look like. And then after that, like maybe 2 different leagues if people enjoy it. Maybe one if people only some people enjoyed or something. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. Actually, I still need this. Yeah, thanks for thanks for talking about that. It was good. I mean, entertaining conversation, different perspective. I appreciate it. A lot to think about, but it'll be fun. Yeah, of course. It's a good conversation. I think that was only 2 out there. Three? Nice. And yeah, if I get hit on this run, I'm gonna go route something else, by the way, but we're on like a decent run here, so we'll see what happens. I would also like to route a rapier run at some point too. I don't think I've ever done one, but they're nice, dude. Something about them is very satisfying. They're quite fun. Especially like Anspur or Clean Route that have like the really nice poke charger too. The single poke, not the double poke this one has. They're very quick. That is part of the appeal. Just like you really can get so many punishes, and the counter hits are really nice. They still have decent poise with charge R2s. Like they're really nice. I just feel like I do this part wrong, but like I should have plenty of time here still. nice. Very nice. Forgot to get Sacred Blade. I don't know, I honestly really like fighting tree spirits. The slide attack they have is absolute garbage, but I just find their moveset very satisfying somehow. Like, dude. This game sucks, dude. Hate to see that. You actually hate to see that. That happened last time I was here too. I think what I need to do is just get it the first time I come here, because it's nighttime and that one doesn't see me. Because sometimes I get it at night and I don't get aggroed usually, and sometimes I forget and I get it during the day. I usually get aggroed, so. Oh, dude, what a cringe loser that guy is. That is really funny. I don't think I've actually lost a run to a mosquito before, so that's a first for me, and I'm not. It sucks, but I'm not really that upset about it. It's kind of funny. Anyway, yes, give me 1 second here, because I need to change the title. I don't know how that's gonna look either on the OBS. That looks horrible. That looks a little better. So yeah, okay, I'm not doing that shit anymore. That I didn't really want to work on this run today, to be honest, but I figured I'd just push through, and I'm just not having a good day for runs somehow again. So I do have a backup plan. Let me make sure this is correct, but I am doing. Let me actually. I need to do a lot of things. I need to make sure I have the correct version of this mod, and I need to change both of my titles real quick. So, but basically what I'm gonna do is boss rush, no hit, all bosses, which is a pretty sick run. Like, I routed part of this and it was super cool. What's up, Lumen? So yeah, not randomized or anything, just regular old boss rush, dude. So you're stupid? Yeah, pretty much. I've lost like 3 or 4 runs in Limgrave today, just to like the most random stuff, so I can't be bothered. I have no idea if this is the right. I think it is. Isn't there a way you can see if you've downloaded something? I guess I should probably log in, huh? Is this really not my password, dude? You auto-saved wrong.
Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, SFP. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. Dude, I don't even know what my password is. You know what? This isn't my problem. I surely have the most updated version. So yeah, anyway. Splits. Yes, I have them broken down. This is. Oh my god, the delayed broken sound for the sub. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Also good to know my YouTube chat is working. So thanks, Lemon, I guess. So yeah, these are the tiers. I got to like tier Yeah, this is tier 5 out of like 10 or something, but I think some of them are pretty small. And Kindred or Rot Duo was the problem. I didn't have a strat for this. Everything else was doable. So, gonna have to figure something out for this. Just don't know what it is yet. Yeah, dude, Boss Arena is really fun. So, I'm gonna put on practice mode. Put one hit. So people know it's not a real run. And then... And this run, like seriously, this run I think is gonna be less than 3 hours. So I am... Like, I'm really excited. Let me go wash my hands real quick because they're kind of sweaty. So I haven't done a whole lot of like testing and stuff, but I guess I should probably make save files, right? I'm actually not sure if save files work in Boss Rush. But we'll see. So yeah, start with Samurai. Because Uchi's busted, as we all know. And I'm not sure if you always get the same Ashes of War and stuff from drops. I think you should, but I'm not actually positive on that. I'm actually not sure if lands between even matters. So you're useless. This is just infinite respec, which is really nice. So yeah, here... if I remembered this correctly. And you know, I can't actually remember how I did this, but I think what I said was... Any of these spells are allowed. Like, any of these I can use. None of these are really that busted. What's up, Roadkiller? Yeah, it's cool, dude. Thanks for the follow-up, by the way. I appreciate it. I'm excited for this. But yeah, I think what I had decided was any of these spells are allowed. Because none of them are really... Like, none of these are that busted, right? The best one's probably Night Shard. And it's not bad, right? Then... Armor, we're obviously not really going to use armor, but there's... Like, if we wanted to, there's nothing here we would want. Ashes of War, this is where I was originally a bit concerned, because we get Gambit. Which is, like, obviously really good. Like, Assassin's Gambit's pretty damn good. But I think it's fine. Because we don't really use it a whole lot, and it doesn't really make the run that easy or anything. Consumables, sure, whatever, these don't matter. Ammunition, whatever. Crafting materials, I believe you unlock more as you go, maybe? But I think I was saying you could only use unlock weapons. I think basic weapons I said you couldn't use, but I'm looking at these. It's a limited arsenal. something like Beast Torch, Sentry's Torch are both like necessary and good. There's no Blood Fiend Arm. There's nothing crazy. Like, I guess Great Katana, but is Great Katana really going to be that insane? I don't think so. Zweihander's pretty good. Milady, Cane Sword, Lordstorm Straight Sword. So, I think what I'm going to say is, like, anything is fair game from this shop. Two broadswords? True, there is two broadswords, but... See, this is, like, the... nothing table, I guess. This is the bug menu, yeah. Upgrades. Invisible assassin without essential charge is impossible. Yeah, it's definitely not possible hitless, but there's like some ways to know what you're doing, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that is how we're gonna do this. Might be better to start with cracked pots though, but yeah. But yeah, basically you can like see his footsteps in the water, or see her footsteps in the water, and you can just swing around the time when she would get close to you, but other than that, there's not really anything you can actually do about it. So anyway, I'm not gonna make a save for every boss, just the ones that will obviously be more difficult, because like Rick's Rick's pretty straightforward. And you get a whole bunch of stuff here. Nothing really that great. Easy, yeah. And then like even something like Bofa's pretty simple, dude. I guess I should probably like I turn on a splitter. Hang on, let me go get a keybind for this. This is gonna be old fast. Just do that, I guess. Now, this is where it got tricky last time, was the assassin. The injured assassin is really annoying. But I did find something that seemed to work. If you don't suck, I guess. Damn. I should have made a save on this one. If I quit out, can I make one? Okay, basically, you just sprint right, you strafe whatever the attack is, and then she'll jump to the side and she'll unsheath. Yeah, I'm doing this overhunt, dude. Did use my one arrow, though, unfortunately. Also try not to whiff, because that's also pretty bad. Although, it works really well on this pattern, but not so much on some of the others. Yeah, dude, I would do this over League any day. And I think it was either before or after the assassin I decided to do a round table trip to upgrade, I think. It was after the watchdog. Don't remember when. Should have taken some notes. Do I have notes on this? No. So I'm pretty sure this is a watchdog. Yeah. And then the duelist is kind of tricky. Was that enough for +3? But with the duelist, I don't actually have to know his moveset very well. I can just simply run away. So we should be able to get +3, right? No? Really? Dude, actually, maybe I do just get the Great Katana, man. 18 decks. It's kind of a lot of decks, though. Guess it's only 2. Can I go back and fight a boss? I'm gonna have to restart already. No, you can't. I was wondering if you could crouch poke him. I need one more dex. Nice one. See, now I don't have any stones to upgrade this. Yeah, dude, Great Katanas are really good, but at first, I think I was deciding I wouldn't use them, but, like, use those weapons, but I don't see why I wouldn't now. So that obviously doesn't really work. Shut up, woman. This is kind of nuts, actually. I'm gonna start over. This is bad. This is bad. See, that's the tricky thing is, like, what am I supposed to buy? Like, I think Uchi's just gonna be the best here, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, sorceries, like, if you get Night Comet... But then what do you do about the Assassin? Can you get 18 int by the... This starts with 16, right? Sure, we'll go with this fucking loser. I don't want to do sorcery because that's lame as hell, but that would make life a bit easier. Like, you just... 4K for Night Shard? Oh my god, am I even gonna have enough for that by the time I get to the Assassin? I don't think so, but we'll try. So I have Soldier, Godric, and Beastman. That's easy enough. $400. I don't think I'm gonna have 4K, dude. But if you have Night Comet, that makes Like everything that it can input read super easy. But then like Pumpkinhead's a problem because you can't really do that as well. It gets slower here, but S3K. Assassin's next. And I don't think I can sell anything either. Yeah. What's up, sure? Thanks for the follow, Chewy. That's about one Bofa, yeah. It's trying something, alright? Like, I just don't think this will work, dude. Like, you would want Night Shard right now, and I'm 1,000 short for it. And there's simply nothing I can do about that. I'm not gonna join BC. No. Hmm. There's no sell option, which I guess makes sense. Assassin probably input reads this, I guess. So the Assassin is like the biggest issue early on. It's the input reads everything. He's oh right. Yeah, like okay, Astrologer is definitely a no-go then. Should have looked at the dang incants, dude. I guess you get like Catch Flame and Flame Sling, right? Could do like a strength build with Swyhander. Wait. Raja Rapier Stormblade, true. But okay, if you start with strength, you can buy Swyhander, crouch poke the duelist, crouch poke the assassin, surely. Pumpkinhead would not be free as boss, but like that doesn't really matter. Dude. Rune Bear would be tricky. Scaly you can crouch poke. Dude, okay, look, sure, the injured one has a different move set. Like, it doesn't finish her combos. She sucks. The injured one sucks, okay? I'm gonna get the battle axe, or I'm starting with the battle axe. Trust. This is the run, dude. So axe is also pretty good. So I need 2 decks for this. I don't think I can get 2 just yet. Yeah. Why did I leave the pants on, dude? These friends in Loomgrave, yeah. I just lost to the most random stuff. Like, the last one I lost, I literally got hit to a mosquito. I don't think that's enough for a level. Although, to be fair, I didn't fight any of these bosses when I lost runs in Limgrave. Do I have any spinning stones yet? One. Literally just one. Can you put impaling threats on Zweihander? Surely not. Can you not? I guess crouch booking doesn't really work. I mean, that seems pretty easy, though. I just didn't. I usually do, but I just didn't. I don't know why. How's it going, by the way, Petri? How many stones do I have? I think it's 1, 2, 3 to upgrade. So I guess I could get +2 now, but yeah, +2 is not even worth it, I don't think. But this guy... That is not fast enough. Yeah, like, that's actually just not fast enough. Dang. I didn't know that wasn't fast enough. I really thought it was. Mitigating black mold? Oh my god. Be careful, dude. Oops. Oops. Oh, wait, that was a... I have not seen that attack. He threw both hammers there, dude. Yeah, he did it again. What in the world? Pretty sure that. Has a big AoE. Yeah, duelist movesets I learned at some point a long time ago, but it's too long. That's pretty funny, 11. Although to be fair, I'm learning a fucking moveset, so that's how it looks when you don't know boss's moveset. I didn't get Golden Pop, by the way. I think I get that later. Yeah, he's throwing 2, dude. Usually he only throws 1 here. Forgot I had that Shura. Does this actually full script them? Damn, good call. Don't learn the boss. Just simply stamp uppercut. Dude, Zweihander might be the way. I do really like Zweihander though. This is probably one of the coolest colossals, I think. Hello? Put me in the wrong spot. What's up, Thomas? 200 sheets in question. Wonder if I could do uppercut pressure 2. Damn, that's pretty nasty. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Oh, there we go. Dang, dude, that's pretty insane. And I should have 5 stones now, so I think I can get +3. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna write this down now. This is for real now. What's up, Nova? How's it going? I guess I can... I don't know, is there anything I can really put on this? I guess I could go, like, kick or something. Oh yeah, I totally forgot there's like a million Ash of War in here. But I don't... Well, this is actually what I have, right? Stamp upward cut, yeah. And then I will buy dagger for Golden Vow when I get it, and then another dagger, I guess, for Gambit, since I can. Yeah, you can put anything on it, dude. May as well just go with cold. Does it really Nexus? No, recently I was going poorly. I lost the last one to a mosquito. I don't think that's true, Nexus. Like, I don't think it can full script Limgrave. Because you're limited with your upgrades so much. Like, are you sure about that? I guess I didn't try with the greatsword last time, but just put on bastard sword, I guess. There's no way that's true though. Full scripts all of Limgrave. I don't think that's true. I'll try it though. Start another playthrough. Let's just start warrior again. Because you're like +0 Stormblade doesn't do any damage. Dex. I need 1 dex. This is the only greatsword I can buy though. And then I can't afford a Stormblade, but that's fine. I just go back after Beastman. I guess if you run around and kite stuff, sure, it'd probably work, but I feel like that's really boring, and I'd rather not do that. It wasn't risky. That's actually insane. At that whiff. That is so funny. True scripting from Bingo. I don't have enough decks for it, but yeah. Unless I started like a, not assassin, the samurai. See, if Stormblade has issues on this assassin, I'm just gonna like trash it because like I don't think it's gonna work. Where is it? I mean, like next, I can't start with both. Like it probably would be better to start with samurai, but I just chose this one because it has strength. Can I even upgrade this? I think I can get +1. So. Alright, let's see how the Stormblade works. The glorious Stormblade. And now she input result. Like, Stormblade is good, but it's not that good. Because it scales based on your weapon level, and you just, like, you're limited in your upgrades so much in this. So, like, I'm not doing Stormblade. Stormblade's stupid. Which boss was next? Golem. It like it would work in some places decently, but I don't know. I just don't want to use Stormblade for everything and just kite it around. I don't want to do that. It's not really my vision I have on this run. I guess at this point I just finish out everything with this. Not fast enough. Good. Yeah, I mean, like it's not like Pumpkin's very hard. Just sleep makes him 100%. We're gonna also get Axe Talisman, like the full no-hit setup for charge our twos. I don't think you can buy the Trina weapon. Also, it's really bad. I would not do that anyway.
Demand repentance. Cough up your blood. All of it. Wait, please. For God's sake, I can What a shit show.
I don't really see anything else I would want to get. I actually can't get headshots with this either. That's crazy. It's close, but not quite. Okay, so this is another problem. Since there's like a million enemies in here. Can I get a bow, maybe? Yes. 14 dex. I don't know if I can get 14 dex, though. Oh, I can. Nah, perfume bottles are not very good. Um... Oops. Oh boy, this is gonna go poorly, I feel. I don't know how saves work in boss rush. I think they're the same, but I'm not really sure. How does she aggro? I poke whip. I'm not sure if that's actually fast enough, but why did she aggro me? Is it like a, it must be like a linked aggro or something. Yeah, like what the hell's that? Damn. I don't think that would work. Dude, what? I guess like it has to be a linked aggro between one of them or something. Stamp, yeah, probably stamp works. I don't know if I actually made a save. This might not be for this guy. I'm not using Stormblade, dude. Like, I'm just not gonna use it. Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, like, not even the right boss rush, dude. What the fuck? Hey, hang on. I gotta reset. Would it be better to start Samurai, though? You get the bow, you get the arrows. Uchi's about the same with the first couple bosses, but how much strength is why? I think it's 18. 19. So you need 13. But then I don't need to buy that bow and stuff. Probably better to start Samurai. 12 strength. So yeah, I need 1 strength. Which means... Dude, I don't need to go to round table after I kill the troll. Go back to grinding dinos, yeah. So... reset this. I may as well just leave it off practice, dude. I find it really annoying, actually. Hello? My auto hitter's not working? Interesting. I don't know why. Dude, like, I'm not gonna go for that punish anymore. That's insane how that misses him. And I just went for it again, too. It's not auto-counting, or auto-splitting. Let's go around table here, get this Y-hander, level up strength. Surely I can also buy this. think it also costs money to level it up. Oh, it's free. Nice. Yeah, the frost really speeds that up too. So that's good. Nice one. I don't know why the auto splitter doesn't work for this though. Would be really nice. I'm not sure where I would go in though. Like maybe I should just start with the backstab. Yeah, Frost is so good on this too. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, that slam is so delayed, dude. Okay, so then I get 2 daggers and I get Embit. I think that's all I needed. That does give me medium load though. No, it's not an Ignite mod. I mean, like, kind of, but no, it's just the boss arena mod, which is on Nexus mods. Ignite does use it, but it's not... I don't think it's Ignite's mod, at least. Yeah, it's a pretty fun mod. There's 2 versions of it. This is the progression where you go through like one at a time. And then there's also one for, it's called Sandbox, I think, and basically you can just like warp to any boss with any weapon, any upgrade, any levels and stuff, and just practice. It's pretty cool. It is like a good practice tool. Yeah, yeah. Then they have a different. I'm gonna try something here. I don't think this is gonna work, but Frustrating your revenge on the progressive mod. True. Remind me to not. Wait, actually, that works perfectly. What am I talking about? Got bees in his head, dude. This will actually just work perfectly. Because he should do this. He should do the... Okay, never mind. That's not perfect. The hell? Spam Foe 2. Crazy talent on my first playthrough and it's rage inducing. Thanks, dude. Auto hit counter is... It's from Shoki. I can send you a DM if you want with it, Harv. I can just post it in the chat, actually. Let me go find it. Shoki DM'd it to me a while ago. Hello? Okay. Says my application is up to date, but I know that's not true. How many times did I say beat the game? A lot. I played this game a lot, dude. I don't... Okay, the link he sent me is just a straight up download, so I'll have to find it. I swear there's like a tools page or something in Team Hitless, but I actually don't see it anywhere. Surely it's in the verifier Discord or something. It's totally not on here. Dude, what the hell? Let me do this the hard way, I guess. Okay, here you go. That is the auto hit counter. Marketing Godric yesterday? Nice. Yeah, Godric is a bit easier for some reason. No problem, dude. This is very interesting. And then he's done. And he sits here for like 5 hours. Let me first play through but stuck not knowing what to do. Yeah, that's true. That's that's the biggest problem I think with Elden Ring is as a new player it's so hard to know what to do because there's so many different paths and options and stuff. But there's not really a wrong answer. Just explore, do what you want, you know? Have a good time with it.
Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings.
A lot of hit counter is pretty nice, Harv. It usually works pretty well. It seems to not be working for this boss rush though. Like I'm having to auto split all of it. But yeah, it's nice. It's really fun. But humping gave the bestie for hours. Yeah. Yeah, he's brutal, dude. Stop by to help in chat. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely easy to get pretty lost, but it is good. I don't know. I don't think I tried it before. I can't remember. I don't think it's ever worked for me for boss rush though. Killed by a dung beetle? Yeah, happens, dude. $80 thin beast bones, dude. That's a lot of beast bones. Blowing you off the map, yeah. Integrating a no-hit into boss rush would be fun, yeah. See, like, why does that guy see me? Crafting is just as important as you want it to be. You don't have to, but there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with it. Dude, why is that guy seeing me? I don't understand. Whoops. Dude, why does he see me? It's gotta be like a triggered, scripted aggro. One part of the game where it is important, that's true. But yeah, you can do as much or as little as you want. Well, yeah, it's the scream, but like, why is he seeing? Is the thing. They have a scripted aggro for sure. See? Why? Oops. Yeah, this boss is really garbage. This boss is really, really bad. I really wish I had sleep here, but like I just don't understand why he's aggroing. Can I? Oh, I can buy sleep arrows though. Okay. Huh. A fire pot? No, it's not enough damage. Maybe a bunch of fire pots, but I don't know how the crafting works in here. I guess I don't know if I have all 20 cracked pots or if I have like one or something. I don't know. Nice one. I like. Did these guys aggro? He woke. Oh, this is the other one. Dude, this is so fucking weird, man. What's up, Blank? I get ahead, yeah, true. Do you know how this works, Link? There's like some sort of triggered aggro or something, I think. I don't know. I was a pigeon. No, I did not get it. I was having really shit runs today, and I just wanted to do this instead. Can I sleep the small ones with one sleep? Surely not. Yeah. Play for a few hours. Yeah, that's fair. Just take some time to get used to it and stuff. Like, I need to wait for him to like lay down or something. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they're aggroing so weird. I want to know why. Like, when I killed them all three with a bit of time in between, it was fine. But when I kill them all three back to back quickly, it's a problem. Big one didn't stand up, so I'll shoot another one. It's fine. He lays back down. He doesn't aggro. I have an idea. This could work. I'm Poti. Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. What have you been up to lately, Link? It's been a while, dude. Been out of town and stuff. I forgot to switch my over. Okay, dude, that will work. Holy shit. All great runes, all remembrances guide. Nice. I feel like I remember seeing you work on that, but I was like I was out of town, so I didn't actually see all of it. How was it? What route did you use? Just like a Starfist route or something, or? Midnight? Yeah, no worries, dude. Hope you get some good rest. Dude, this boss is so garbage. Server Hunter Starfist, nice. I get a nice short YouTube video, nice, dude. I was thinking about making an All Remembrances one for, like, Bloodfiend Arm, just like a super easy free one. I don't know. We'll see. What the hell's wrong with this boss, dude? Yeah, true. This boss is garbage, dude. Like, it's like you need to kill them slowly. Like, this idea here will work though. Like, this will work. Work a little better if these enemies weren't so annoying to kill. But yeah, whenever you release that video link, I'll be excited to watch it, dude. Sounds sick. Finally, dude. Finally. Right, baby, yeah. It's a big run to have to edit down. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like there's not really many, if any, all remembrance or even all great runes tutorials, just any percent. Yeah, I was thinking about making an incant one with Bloodfiend Arm and just like incants and a little bit of DLC stuff, like the two-handed and Bloodfiend Arm mainly, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I feel like I have enough stuff I'm worried about already. Guess I need to take off Zweihander. It's a bit heavy. Guess I need to use fire arrows. Nice one. Fourth time's the charm, that's what they say. I just need to take off Zweihander and use fire arrows here. Alright. I don't know if I need to use fire arrows here. I don't even know if I need to kill these flowers. Probably. I guess I should have shot a fire arrow. All right, nice. So next is Rune Bear, who is weak to fire. I just don't want to buy any of these, dude. I do want to do like a strength build though. I mean, I guess I can respec at any point, so it doesn't really matter that much. Although I am gonna need to practice Rune Bear because this is one of the bosses I just have never bothered to really learn. That's really medium. Huh. Guess I should have put 1 point into endurance. Oh, anyway. Should stagger. Really. Yeah, I'm gonna need to practice this guy some, but that's not too bad. I'm a little sketched out if that charge R2 is actually fast enough after the grab. Lock on. Yeah, that's not too bad, but not the easiest thing ever. And I think that's my first smithing too. And dude, fire damage is so good. It's actually just disgusting how strong fire damage is. I don't know if you can actually crouch poke this guy. I guess I should have made a save here. I think you mostly can. No. After Scream, you can, I guess. Oh. Okay, so no crouch poke. Noted. Fire damage is really good on these last 3 bosses, though. Oh my, seriously. It's not safe after a post. Okay, so don't full charge R2 after a post. Maybe tap R2 is fine. Did I get the charge R2 physic yet? I don't think so. Yeah, that was really shit roll on my part. Dude, doing this with medium load is so garbage, man. I'm really, like, I really needed that 1 point of endurance. His Blue Dancer put me right over the limit. Can't believe that. I really like this boss, but he's one of those fights that, like, I really, like, for Margit, I just don't need light load. It's just nice to have, but this guy's like, I need light load. Same for, like, Melania and Rolana. Pepper 2, really? Interesting. I don't have Uchi, do I? Yeah, I do. Uchi tap R2, really? Does it, like, just loop him with the tap R2? Guess I could get, like, well, actually I can't get Fire Grease, but I could just fire and... Oh, light load, yeah. Okay. Great Hammer, not bad. Except if I don't have Sacred Blade. Guess I'll do this with Sacred now. Still nothing for my Physic. Oops, don't need this. Yeah, this run's gonna be hard, man. But this is a really cool run. I do really like it. I think that actually has a follow-up when you're in front of him. Shouldn't have done that. Oh. Oh, I forgot to go upgrade too. I don't know how many stones I got. I think I only have 1, 2 still, which I feel like isn't really worth the upgrade. Yeah. Surely I just bring him up here and fight him here. Because the bats and the goats. This arena is so. I'll just need to bring him over there. So sorry. Well, thanks to all of them for watching, I guess. Oh shit, you're right. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was 5 o'clock, dude. Fuck, man. Have the meeting in my chat. Dude, I knew I had something at 5 and I kept forgetting what it was. True. I agree, Hellkite, 100%. Well, that's the thing is, like, I could have made time for it. I just kind of forgot about it. Because I'm bad firekeeper, I guess. I totally forgot, dude. I'll join in like a few minutes, I guess. How about that? Because I was gonna have a shorter stream today anyway, but then I got distracted with this. Brother, we're kind of in an awkward spot here. Do you mind helping out a little bit? Yeah, I'll be there pretty soon. Y'all, like, start with them, of course. I'll be there soon. The holy is probably not very good here, but look here. Holy, that damage is really garbage. Demora, Bobbing Hunter, Deathbird. I probably should just switch back to fire. Go ahead and do that real quick. Did I don't know. I did that no-hit boss rush randomized last night with Swyhander, and I forget how much fun this weapon is. And I forgot to give myself one endurance again. I was really hoping he would get flipped in there, but that's okay. Oh, I need to go upgrade too. I kind of forgot about that. I'll go do that real quick. See, if I had upgraded before, it would have been a bit better on those other bosses, but I'll need to look at when I got those spinning stones for +6. It's probably after, like, the Knight's Cav, maybe? I don't really know. And like again, I should probably swap the holy, but I just don't want to have to go back and forth so much right now. You know, I don't think the bats are actually pat this way normally, this far down. Although, I guess I could craft holy pots and cheese this guy. That's not fair. That is so fucking... God. I don't know if I can actually buy the crafting materials. Of course, he like finally decides to walk over once I stop looking at him. Really, like I don't really mind fighting Deathrite birds because they're really not that bad, but the arenas they're in are so bad early on. Like the Limgrave one has the goats and the troll and the bats on top of bad terrain, and then this one has. No, I can't. And this one has the bats. Yeah, I don't have them. I have the holy pots, but I only have 4, so whatever. Please come just a little bit closer, dude. Whoops. I got him. Maybe I should just make holy pots so I don't have to deal with all the random garbage here. Yeah, just the scream. Maybe I will make holy pots for this one. Because I will only be able to make them for one. And I don't even know which one's better to make it for. Except Popeye. I just don't want to do that. Although that would actually be a good idea. Maybe you're right. 2 years. I guess that would take a while to get through all the bosses, huh? Should stagger. Maybe one day I will, but not today. Not this year, even. Maybe next year. April last year? Damn, dude. It's a whole year. Did you do, like, actually every boss? Like, even, like, every version of a Knight's Cav? Or did you do, like, one halberd, one flail, and call it a day? Everything? Damn, dude. That's crazy. Rip. Fake fan? True. I saw the Millennia one. I've been meaning to watch it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. See, I would like to learn a lot of the bosses better, but it just... I don't know, dude. It just takes so long to learn them all that well, to that extent. $40 and $50 per boss. Like, yeah, that's a long time. Oh, it's just Millennia. That makes sense. I'm dead. Yeah, dude, what the hell? If only I remembered to get that one fucking point into endurance. 95 hours? Jesus. Yeah, Duo, I imagine, is brutal. Taking the longest, but yeah. Millennia would take a while. I'll have to go watch some of your videos and see like what weapons you use, but it does sound pretty fun. Like, it's tempting to try. Maybe I'll do it. That was not fast enough. But yeah, I figured, you know. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use axes on her, and I haven't used it a whole lot, but I do like it so far. But yeah, balls are just like insane, of course. Okay, so far, like 2 tiers, definitely some scuff kills, but overall it's not that bad. I think this is doable, because I think it'll probably get a little easier after this point, but I don't know for sure. I might pursue this still, though. I think this is a fun challenge so far. Lose focus. Yeah, and that's what I assume is like on those long kills, you're in the fight for so long, you just kind of lose focus sometimes, which happens to me on Rykard a lot. When I start the loop, I just completely zone out. And then I'm like, I need to stop doing this so I can actually tell what's going on. Because like that is gonna get me hit one day when I just zone out. But yeah. I imagine it's not quite that bad, but it happens for other kills too. Oh my god, I mean to do that. But I'm gonna call it a day here. I need to go get dinner soon and just tired, I guess. I'm gonna raid Spectre, so 3 hours, Andy, true. I don't know, dude, just gotten tired and I started stream later than I wanted to today, so I'm just calling it here, that's all. If you're on YouTube, thanks for hanging out though. That's all for YouTube since you can't raid, but I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you guys